can you say a little bit more on let's say the next generation? Because when you want to embed it in the company, you also have to embed it in the culture.
Yeah.
Right. And when I started as a banker, also in some sort of sense of the future leadership, I was taught raw capitalism, basically, right? And I can still see when I teach at business schools or meet businesses, that's still very much the norm, right? And then they say, okay, you also have to be a kind person and you have to have a sense of vision. But it seems that you need a different type of leadership development on different principles. That's also what we try to, that we try to end the book with, that kind of vision and some principles and practices. Can you say a little bit why that is important and,
Sure.
and what is needed for that?
Gosh, that question triggers so many thoughts, Sander. The first thing is we know from data there are generational cohorts and how deeply they care about the world's condition rather than just things like monetary issues is different from baby boomers to Gen X to Gen Y to now the millennials. And it's a deepening conviction that they want to be part of a solution and not creating more problems.
Yeah.
So we've got very good data on those generational differences. Secondly, Unilever measures our attractiveness as an employer in 54 countries around the world. 10 years ago, we were the employer of choice in our sector in about 18 of those 54 countries. We're now the employer of choice in 52 of the 54 countries. And we know for sure that it's because people see Unilever's commitment to a multi-stakeholder model, to doing the right thing for the planet and the society. It is an absolute driver of attracting talent. And then the last thing is we've now taken tens of thousands of people in Unilever and put them through workshops to help them try and understand what is their purpose as an individual.
Right. Yeah.
And what we find is that people who are able to see an alignment between their purpose as an individual and the purpose of the organization
Yes.
report dramatically higher job satisfaction.
Beautiful.
They're more likely to recommend Unilever to a friend or family member.
Yeah.
They're much more likely to stay with the company. And so this kind of human dimension for attracting, retaining, and motivating people is central.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Because that's really, we work with the term shared purpose, but actually, it's kind of the triple purpose because it's your own individual purpose, it's a company's purpose, and then there needs to be a society that you serve, right? So the three levels. But yeah, that is also, I think is an incredible motivator. It gives so much energy when you find it in your life, in your career. Then, of course you need certain skills, but this is an underlying current.
We're very blessed to have 3 happy and healthy kids.
Yeah.
And they couldn't be more different from each other. But our middle boy, Cameron, has chosen to live in Western Canada. And on Mondays to Fridays, he's paid by the freshwater fisheries of British Columbia to run a hatchery, to stock young fish into lakes, rivers, and streams, to teach fly fishing to people, and to do general community outreach. That's what he does Monday to Friday. And on Saturday and Sundays, he goes fishing.
Okay.
So he has found a perfect alignment between his passion. I don't know if you would call it yet his purpose. He's still a young man. But certainly the alignment between his passion and what he's doing vocationally is almost one for one. And he's a happy and fulfilled young man.
Great. No, that's great to hear.